It amazes me that to convince black people that Donald Trump cares about them, he takes pictures with celebrities. It's amazing to me. If Donald Trump cared about black people, he wouldn't have denigrated the president with those claims of birtherism.
But part of that is starting off with Snoop Dogg and Nelly and Soulja Boy and others for their decisions to perform at events surrounding the inauguration.
D.L. Hughley just set social media on fire, and this time, is coming straight for Snoop Dogg. The comedian isn't holding back, calling Snoop out for doing the very thing he once dragged other artists for. DL's claiming is exposing Snoop's real face, and the internet's eating it up. It all popped off when DL reposted a throwback clip from 2017, Snoop roasting black entertainers for performing at Donald Trump's inauguration. Back then, Snoop clowned them hard, asking, "Which one of you Uncle Tom ninjas gonna do it?" It was raw, unfiltered, and ruthless. But fast forward to 2025, and the twist?
The most important thing there's got to be a solution, because this has been going on in the industry for a whole years, for decades. And at the same time, nobody wants this to be true, and it shouldn't have to be true. But if we don't fix it and do something about it, history will constantly
repeat itself. Now, Shug, you said something early on that I want to get clarification for the audience. Shug, you said early on, you can't just look at Diddy in isolation. You said this was done to him. He learned from others, and it was done to him, and then he did to others. To me, that sounds like what I hear when people are talking about situations, hurt people, that someone was, they wind up being a perpetrator. Is that what you're suggesting about Sean Combs, that he was used and he now uses?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think he beat what was done to him. And like I said, if you look at Russell Simmons, you know the truth. Andre Rail, you know the truth. Brian Davis, you know the truth. Jimmy Iovine, you know the truth. So there's not certain things that all of a sudden you got this. The industry is a quick business. It's been like that for a long time. And the casting couch is real, but it's for women and men. But far from all that, I think the most important thing is I feel like they should let Puffy tell his truth. I'm quite sure he's going to expose a lot of people. I'm sure he's going to move forward with it. I don't think it should be a situation like the Epstein thing where they found him hanging from the ceiling and dead before the truth come out.
Snoop just hit the stage at a Trump event himself. Standing shoulder to shoulder with Nelly and Rick Ross, Snoop looked like he was living out the same scene he once mocked others for. Only this time, the joke's on him. Social media went ruthless. The comments were savage. Fans called him a sellout, a clown, and even joked that he puffed his chest and said, "Yes, sir, I'll dance for you, sir." It's while watching one of hip-hop's biggest rebels, the same man Tupac once vouched for, now catching flames for performing at a Trump event. And the timing couldn't have been worse. Snoop's already tangled in controversy, Diddy ties, whispers that he plays both sides, even rumors about federal cooperation. Then out of nowhere, Suge Knight drops a nuke, calling Snoop the real industry rat, and reigniting long-buried suspicions that he betrayed Tupac. Suge even accused him of lying about visiting Pac in the hospital, calling the whole story pure fiction. Coming from Death Row's own founder, that hit different, and fans started connecting dots fast. Now stack all that next to his Trump performance, and the backlash hits like a freight train. Snoop tried to save face, say he was honored to perform for the office of the president. But that line only poured gasoline on the fire. Hip-hop heads felt betrayed, watching their cool uncle become the same corporate mascot he used to roast. And D.L. Hughley is making sure that moment never fades. Because when Snoop, Nelly, and Ross took that stage, it wasn't just music. It was a scandal in motion. But Nelly wasn't backing down. He hopped online to defend himself in a chat with rapper Willie D, saying, "I'm not doing this for money. It's an honor. I respect the office, period." He even added he performed for Biden or Kamala Harris if asked, brushing it off like business, not politics. But D.L. Hughley wasn't buying it. He fired back on Instagram, saying Trump propping up white supremacy isn't just his past. Nelly, it's who he still is today. Then DL reposted Snoop's old clip, letting the receipts speak for themselves. The message was loud and undeniable. He was calling out hypocrisy, and fans were all in. DL's stance hasn't changed since day one. Back in 2017, when Steve Harvey met with Trump and Ben Carson, DL went off, saying, "It amazes me that to convince black people Trump cares, he takes pictures with celebrities." He didn't hold back. If Trump cared about black people, he wouldn't have pushed racist birther lies or used rappers and athletes as props. His point was sharp. Trump doesn't see black entertainers as equals, just as performers.
Ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo is gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you Uncle Tom is for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first?
DL summed it up perfectly. They'd rather see us run the ball than run the country. So when he saw Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross rocking Trump's stage, he wasn't seeing music. He was seeing surrender. DL even dropped a chilling theory. Trump wanted Snoop there as a power move, to prove he could make the same man who clowned him now bow down. It's the show control, DL said. And honestly, he's not wrong. Trump didn't call Kodak Waka or Pump this time. He wanted Snoop, the man with global appeal, brand deals, and street cred rolled into one. DL claims Trump's team knew exactly what they were doing. It was pure strategy. And the internet reaction proved it instantly. Memes, edits, and call-outs flooded timelines. One user quoted DMX, "They sold their souls to the devil, and the price was cheap." Another said, after Snoop's Olympic glow-up, he thought he was untouchable. Guess not. Then came the deeper digs, fans calling Snoop an informant, pointing to how he's suddenly everywhere, from TV commercials to the Olympics. One viral comment hit hardest. "Money can buy anything except integrity. History doesn't forget." People are done with celebrity contradictions. Doesn't matter how legendary Snoop. Think about it. During the height of death row chaos, everyone took a fall. Pac gone. Suge locked. Dre out. Yet somehow, Snoop slid out untouched and only got bigger. Some say that's smart business. Others say it's something else entirely. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Notice how Snoop never really gets touched, never canceled, never dragged for long. That ain't luck. And whether true or not, the perception is powerful. Right now, people are looking at Snoop in a whole new light, and DL's words just threw gasoline on that spark. DL's issue isn't just about Trump. It's about accountability. He made it clear, it's not who you perform for, it's what message you send when you do it. Especially when you built your name saying you'd never cross that line. DL basically said Snoop's performance wasn't just bad optics, it was betrayal. A slap in the face to the culture that crowned him. The contradiction between Snoop's gangster roots and his new political softness hit deep. Fans today crave authenticity, and DL's calling out what he sees as pure performance. Social media has been in overdrive ever since. Some say Snoop's just trying to stay relevant in a fast-changing game. Others think it's deeper, power plays, backroom deals, and image control. Even Nelly's defense flopped. When he said, "I respect the office," fans roasted him. That's just code for "I got paid." And Rick Ross, staying silent didn't save him either. One viral tweet said it best. Russ went from hustling to hustling for Trump. The streets weren't feeling it. Meanwhile, the old-school hip-hop heads are shaking their heads, saying this moment proves how far the culture's drifted from what it used to stand for. They risked their careers back then to speak truth to power. Now, fans say the new generation's too comfortable watching their heroes flip for a paycheck. One YouTube comment cut deep. "We watched Snoop go from the police to 'let me get that corporate check.' That's not evolution, that's erosion." Harsh words, but thousands agreed. Some tried to defend him, saying it unfair to expect artists to stay militant forever. Maybe Snoop's just adapting to survive. But D.L. Hughley's line echoed through it all. You can't clown others for selling out, then do the same thing years later. That hit nerve, especially now. With Snoop's name tangled in Diddy's ongoing scandal, fans can't stop connecting the dots. The Diddy investigation made everyone paranoid about who's linked to who, and Snoop's sudden coziness with political figures only fanned the flames. Some claim he's cozying up to power to protect himself. Others say it's just business. But one thing's undeniable. Every new headline added to the mystery. Then came the conspiracy wave. The Snoop plays both teams theory exploded, and it wasn't just random trolls pushing it. Real insiders started dropping cryptic warnings. One former producer said, "You never really know who's who in this game. Some of the ones you'll think are the realists been playing chess while the rest playing checkers." Fans instantly took that as a shot at Snoop. Now every shady move in hip-hop somehow circles back to him. Through it all, Snoop stayed silent, except for a few cryptic jokes online. Some say he's unbothered. Others think he's hiding behind humor because he knows the backlash is real. But silence can be dangerous, especially when people are already questioning your loyalty. The longer he stays quiet, the louder the noise grows. The same man who once called himself the voice of the streets is now watching those streets turn their backs. And in 2025, public opinion hits harder than any diss track. This stopped being about one performance. It's about legacy. When your career is built on authenticity, one wrong move can flip your whole image upside down. Snoop's now facing the biggest image crisis of his life, and the irony is, he's the one who taught everyone how to move smart in this game. But right now, it's looking like he's the one being played. What started as gossip has turned into a full-blown cultural debate about loyalty and identity in hip-hop. Every day, new clips, podcasts, and memes pull his name back into the storm. Some fans still defend him, calling it strategy. Others feel betrayed, like their favorite uncle just switched sides on live TV. The truth is, Snoop's brand once felt untouchable, but now that armor's cracking. When your life's an open book, every contradiction becomes a headline. D.L. Hughley didn't just call out hypocrisy. He hit a nerve that's been pulsing through hip-hop for decades, that fine line between keeping it real and selling out. When D.L. said Trump's move was a flex, that he made a man who once mocked him perform for him, it stung. It made Snoop look less like a legend and more like a pawn. One viral tweet nailed it. "Trump didn't need your bars, Snoop. He needed your face." That's a flex. DL's warning hit home. Powerful people use cultural icons as props to prove control. And now, the whole world's watching it unfold live. But here's the twist. DL's call-out didn't just trend. It reopened old wounds in the industry. Suddenly, fans are replaying every rumor and interview from the past 20 years. From Diddy's ongoing investigation to Suge Knight's jailhouse confessions, people are asking, has this all been in front of us the whole time? Some even pulled up Suge's claim that Snoop lied about seeing Tupac in the hospital, saying he never showed up, that it was all made-up PR. And when Suge talks, hip-hop listens, even behind bars. The craziest part? Just months ago, Snoop was America's favorite uncle, smiling on talk shows, lighting Olympic stages, stacking deals. Now, it feels like the culture's waiting to see if the dog finally ran out of tricks. Showing up in movies, smiling on red carpets, and hosting primetime gigs, Snoop built his image as hip-hop's lovable legend. But now, the same culture he helped shape is side-eyeing him hard. Even simple commercials are being stitched with captions like, "They really turned Snoop into a mascot." Others joked, "He's on every product but loyalty." That line alone went viral. Because this time, it's not about money, it's about respect. And that's one currency no brand deal can ever buy back. Still, fans are split. Some say Snoop's done more for the West Coast than anyone alive. "You're mad he getting a Trump bag," one fan wrote, but didn't blink when Hollywood paid him. Maybe that's a real argument. Survival, not sellout. But in today's internet-driven world, perception outweighs intention. One bad move online can erase decades of credibility in seconds. Then DL dropped that 2017 clip, and everything came full circle. The same man who once said, "Which one of you Uncle Tom ninjas gonna perform for Trump?" had become the main act. Fans called it karma, or as one viral TikTok put it, full circle humiliation. Even insiders whisper that some lines, once crossed, stain forever. Because when you build your empire on rebellion, performing for power looks like surrender. But here's the thing. The culture doesn't want to cancel Snoop. They want answers. A simple explanation could calm the fire, but instead, he's gone ghost. Maybe waiting it out. But in this digital era, silence isn't peace, it's gasoline. Especially when your legacy is built on being the voice of the people. Every hour he doesn't speak, the rumors multiply, and loyalty fades. Hip-hop's watching closely. The new generation is taking notes on what authenticity really means. If Snoop, the Long Beach icon, the death row legend, can get caught in this storm, then nobody's safe. DL didn't just drag Snoop, he exposed a deeper truth about fame, politics, and standing on principle when the lights are brightest. So what do you think? Did Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross cross the line performing for Trump? Or is it just business in this new era of hip-hop power games? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because one thing's certain, this story's far from over, and the next chapter might be even wilder.